What's up, my guys? So you're wondering why you got ghosted for the third time this month, right? Well, it's probably one of these reasons. She got herself involved in a situation too quickly. In other words, she thought she was ready to date again and quickly realized she's not over her ex. You're being overly sexual off the bat. So you guys think this makes a girl feel flattered? That's not the case. It just makes you look downright creepy. You overwhelmed her with texts. Too much interest in a girl makes you look less valuable as a man. I don't want to be with somebody that has so much time on their hands that all they have to do all day is sit around and wait for my response. You haven't made any effort to move from the texting phase to the in-person phase. If it's been a couple of weeks and you haven't even mentioned meeting up in person, I'm moving on. Or you were boring on the first date, aka you only talked about your job and yourself. Or better yet, you started weighing the nutritional value of the menu options. What's up, my guys? Have you ever heard the line, "You're such a great guy, but I would just never want to lose our friendship"? Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? Well, I'm here to explain 5 reasons why you're just a friend and how to never end up in this situationship again. Number 1, you thought becoming her friend was the quick answer to weaseling your way into her heart. Sorry, guys, but you set the tone with this one. When you decided to act like a friend, that's all you'll ever be seen as. Number 2, you gawk over her. As humans, we're attracted to things that hold value. When someone shows that they're easy to get, we look at them as having less value. Stop bowing at my feet and instead place yourself on a pedestal. She won't notice you down there. Number 3, you never showed any sexual interest. How in the hell am I ever going to want to engage in anything with a man that has never given off any vibe that he desires me? Learn how to create tension. Number 4, you don't take the lead. If you're leaving the ball in her court, you're not going to get anywhere. Step up, grow a pair, and take initiative. You'll become 10 times more attractive. And lastly, you're always there when something goes wrong. Women love to have somebody to confide in. But if you're always that person that she leans on when she's going through a tough time, you're going to continue to be that person. Establish boundaries.
Making your home modern and beautiful is easier than you think with 50/50 RGB SMD strip lights. Bright, uniform, ambient lighting for anywhere in your room. Use exactly the length you need thanks to the cuttable design. Waterproof properties and the use of double copper make them durable and long-lasting in all conditions. Change the colors, effects, and brightness of the lights thanks to the wireless remote or the app on your phone. Change the look of your home. Order now.
What's up, my guys? I'm back with part 2 of my car guy slander. Here's some more shit that you all do that contributes to your singleness. The trombone car. I get it. Some cars sound good. But if you have one of those cars that sounds like a trombone or a whoopee cushion, please don't get a muffler delete. As a matter of fact, go add an extra muffler. The guy driving a fishbowl. Okay, this isn't really cringe, but go do yourself a favor and get your windows tinted and you'll thank me later. The guy that thinks he's so cool because he never washes his car and drives his Subaru around a dirt parking lot to cover it with mud. You seem like the type of person that never wipes his ass because you're gonna shit again the next day. The guy that only talks in car lingo. My guy, I can't understand what you're saying. And if I wanted to talk to a guy that speaks another language, I should have just moved to Venezuela where the average is 7 inches. The guy that thinks he's Brian O'Connor that just got a phone call from Tej asking to pull up. Just because you're weaving in and out of traffic and risking the lives of innocent families doesn't make you a good driver. Don't be that guy that only drives fast to impress a girl while simultaneously having so much adrenaline while doing it that it looks like you're going into cardiac arrest. What's up, my guys? Have you been texting a girl and you're wondering why she's not responding? Well, this might answer it. Stop using exclamation points. You look way too freaking excited. I expect a difference in tone from text I receive from my best girlfriends and text I receive from a romantic interest. You double texted, bud. She might just be busy. No need to blow up her phone. It's a turn off when a guy seems overly intense. Like, do you have any other options? Also, sending a lot of texts makes you look way less desirable. You're basically begging for her attention. We don't want a man that needs constant coddling and validation. You're using extra letters. Extra letters are for females only. You asked a shitload of questions out of the gate or none at all. Early on, if you're constantly bombarding her with questions, it's going to overwhelm her. This isn't a job interview, so stop treating this exchange like a business transaction. On the other hand, you might not be contributing enough to the conversation. If you're the dude in gray, you're not adding any fuel to this exchange. I'm bored and heading back over to Hinge. And lastly, she might just not be that into you. Sorry, my guy. What's up, my guys? Here's what to do next time a girl says, I'm just not looking for anything serious. Abort mission. Run the other frigging direction. Now, this woman just basically straight up told you that she values the ability to sleep around more than a relationship with you. This woman just practically fell from the heavens and handed you the greatest gift of all. Honesty. Take it with grace, my guy. She had no respect for you to begin with. She wanted fun without the responsibility of commitment. And guess what? We aren't children anymore. I don't care if this is her excuse when she needs an easy way to let a guy down. A real woman would have no problem uttering the phrase, you know, Steve, I'm just not really feeling a connection here. Move the hell on and find someone that's worthy of you. Have you ever seen a woman fantasize over the nice guy?
No, that's because it doesn't happen. In movies, women always fall for the Christian Greys of the world.
The well-dressed, well-spoken alpha men. Those are the guys who get the girls. And all the beta nice men hate them for it.
Elvis, that man didn't follow a single rule, and women loved him for it.
This is why you don't see women getting off at the thought of John Legend. Yikes.
Now, before you come at us for making fun of nice guys, listen up. Nice guys create transactional relationships. They don't do what they do out of love.
They do it out of expectation. That's inauthentic at best and manipulative at worst.
When you act like a nice guy who's always trying to appease a woman, you deprive her of her innate desire to relax in your presence.
Instead of letting you run the show, she becomes the one in charge of it.
And a woman isn't turned off by nice guys because she's toxic. So spare us that cliche.
She's turned off by him because she sees right through the act. Women wanting masculinity isn't toxic. It's biology. What's up, my guys? Here's a term we should all become familiar with: toxic femininity. If you're a woman listening to this, hear me out before you get your panties in a bunch. Since our society only chooses to focus on toxic masculinity, I'm here to provide you with my list of the top 5 toxic femininity traits. Number 1, utter disdain for men. Usually these are the women that categorize all men with the stereotypical toxic masculinity traits. Here's another shocker, ladies. Just because someone has a Y chromosome does not mean that their only intention is to sleep with you, cheat on you, or traumatize you with their uncontrollable aggression and anti-feminist behavior. Number 2, always trying to outman men. It's funny to me that the same women who want to be equal to men also pray for the downfall of men. Amazing how that works. Ladies, if you spend your entire life trying to prove to men that you can be better than them, you'll attract none of them and kickstart the extinction of the human race. Disrespect for traditional gender roles. I'm going to speak directly to the men with this one. Just because some voices are louder doesn't mean that others don't exist. There are still women out there that believe in and respect traditional gender roles. No accountability. Toxic women bask in oppression and victimhood. It's their go-to excuse whenever they're confronted with irrational behavior. If a woman isn't willing to take accountability and instantly rationalizes her actions with her oppression, you're fighting a losing battle. And lastly, inflated egos. These are the women that have literally no respect for themselves, but feel that because they're a woman, they deserve nothing less than a Wall Street billionaire with a purity ring who agrees with literally everything they say.